Hail and well met. Welcome to Book 3, Chapter 19 of the Westgate Irregulars campaign, brought to you by the Dungeon Scrawlers, half of whom are here with me today. We're doing something cool and interesting and hopefully successful with our stream, and that is splitting the party. Yes, always a good plan.
That's never gone wrong.
Splitting the party into two groups. One group is following the research angle into the forbidden libraries within Westgate, and one group is setting out on the road for distant Rashomon. And that's going to be very cool. I am going to be running the libraries investigation group, which is this group right here. I'm Eric Scott to be usual DM of this campaign. I say usual because I've been setting this up for months now. Aaron is going to take over running the Trip to Rashomon group. And so the first episode of that is planned to be in 2 weeks. So watch our updates about that. But you're going to get some of the research side of this half of the team. All right. And with that little rambling preamble, take it away, Erin.
Hi, I'm Erin M. Evans. I'm the author of the Brimstone Angels saga, and I play Cecilia, who is a half-elf with very little class.
Nice. Oh, that was good.
And also potentially not a warlock anymore.
Definitely not a warlock.
Definitely not a warlock.
I'm going to tell you real quick about our sponsor. Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms is a strategy game that unites iconic Dungeons & Dragons characters from novels, campaigns, and popular shows into one epic adventure, which includes Frida, Havilar, and Mehen from the Brimstone Angels saga. The game is available on Steam and Web, Xbox One, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, iPad, iPhone, and on all Android and all Android devices. Sorry, I got a little bump. Oh, if you are paying attention, this is the lead up to Idle Champions Presents Court of the Raven Queen. So hopefully you are voting for what will happen in the game. Hopefully you are being kind with your votes, so that we don't all die. Also, I will just tell you this week you can get a really cool bundle of Shadowfell skins for Frida, Havilar, and Mehen. Fun family road trip to the Shadowfell. We all gothed up and ready to go. Although I think Mehen looks like he's ready for like a crazy metal concert. But check them out. If they're really cute. If you type in the command at the bottom of the screen, the code at the bottom of the screen, you can get an Electrum Chest of your very own. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, as always, please check them out at idlechampions.com. On to Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily Tay. I'm a writer and game designer at Wizards of the Coast. Disclaimer, all thoughts and opinions expressed in the stream are my own and do not represent Wizards of the Coast. And I play Calith Amakir, and a Varial Necromancer.
Wizards of the Coast is notoriously silent on turning your ex into an evil book.
Yes, they have no thoughts and opinions on the subject, at least none that they voice publicly.
Yeah, he's mostly silent about it too, so I respect it.
Nice.
It's what her character would do. All right.
Hi, Randy Henderson. I play Rogar Battleburn, Dwarf Cleric, or sort of cleric. In flux.
He has made a deal, a pact, shall we say. Anyway.
Definitely not a warlock.
Definitely not a warlock. Okay.
That's my line.
Yeah, it is. All right. So, the leave taking has come to pass, and the others of the irregulars have gone off on their way, leaving Calith, Rogar, Cecilia, and Sarshan in Briar House. Sarshan is terribly drunk and a bit injured, and he is now sitting in the dining room just eating as much greasy food as he can.
You just like healing spell him up? Is this an option? She's so to Rogar.
Oh, are we going to be resting before we venture forth?
Ugh, that's actually a really good question. Calith, you're the one who knows where this library full of potential information about powerful entities who might be, one, offering pacts, and two, looking to rumble with the certain chronomancer. When do we get to go?
We can go whenever, really. It's
Okay.
just downstairs in the basement. We're sitting on top of it.
It's in our basement?
Well, sub-basement?
Our new basement, because
Our
we
new basement.
very legitimately claimed this piece of land under Westgate's squatting laws.
Sarshan raises his hand kind of drunkenly. How do we get there?
I mean, I just kind of assumed we'd go down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we gotta sober him up. Or, how bad is this? Is this
Oh.
thing that...
Oh, I just remembered. I could sober myself up. And he casts Lesser Restoration on himself. Ding. Aha. I'm good
That
to
is
go.
a very handy trick.
You'd think that.
Just, can't remember when he's drunk.
Hey.
So, okay, so we just gotta go down in the basement. And then dig through the basement?
Shatter through the basement?
Shatter through the basement? Stone shape through the basement? I feel like we have options at our disposal. Okay.
I didn't prepare stone shape last time when I rested.
Do we need to rest again?
No, I mean, I feel like we probably should get to it if you're wanting to go, we can go.
Well, let's go see what happens when we shatter the basement floor. Also, if Artemisia asks, it shattered itself. All agreed?
I agreed.
Fair
Structural
enough.
flaws in the pouring of the foundation. There are bubbles in there.
I mean, if we do rest, or even like before we go shatter the floor, Kaylith wants to raise up whatever she can out the back garden. She wants some back.
No, Sturge is gone. You're like, I'm getting myself a brother zombie.
Okay, so you, Kayla says, all right, well, be here in a second. She just picks up a shovel and she's like, I'll be right back.
So I mean, it's like, okay, I'm gonna go raise up the bodies in the back garden. If
Okay.
anyone has an issue with that, speak now.
How many
okay,
bodies
okay.
are in the back garden? Can you put them back when you're done? Is that possible?
Yeah, I can put them back when I'm done.
I think as long as we can put them back, it's okay.
Uh,
Sturge's brother seemed like someone who likes adventure. This is an adventure.
We're just being
Maybe
very, okay.
leave Bo.
Aye, leave Bo. We wouldn't want to disturb her, especially if we're breaking a hole in her basement. Let's not compound the
mean-
problem.
I didn't realize Bo was in the backyard.
Okay, yeah, Kaylith, so you've been gone and you maybe don't know this. Bo, so remember when Bo got murdered? So he's buried in the backyard and his ghost is in the house apparently, or Artemisia's having a mental break. I'm not sure we ever nailed that down. Did we nail that down, DM?
You did not.
Okay. Yeah, either Artemisia feels really guilty about it, or there's a ghost that only she can see. Given how weird Bo was towards her, I'm 50-50 on it. But if she's having a mental break, we shouldn't dig him up because I think it would upset her. And if there's a ghost in the house, we shouldn't dig him up and reanimate him because the ghost might get mad.
Aye.
I mean, at
although-
this point, does it still look like Bo? Would she recognize?
I mean, she might notice that part of the garden got dug up.
Oh.
But here's the question, Kaylith. Can you talk to ghosts?
Oh.
Could you talk to Bo and ask him if we could take his body with us down in the library?
And maybe he knows a good way to get into the library. He can tell us where to dig too if he knows.
Let me check, because I don't remember if she actually has.
I'm not
I
even
don't think
sure
so.
why I'm following this, except it sounds like fun shenanigans.
Aye.
So I'm not going to try to justify why Cecilia's like, yeah, undead army. Aaron's like, yeah, undead army.
And Sturge's brother was a ghoul when we found him. How do we know he didn't like that? Or choose that? We never asked him. Maybe he prefers being undead.
Sarshan says, you can easily blame the digging on me. It is a natural instinct to dig.
It's okay. You don't dig on concrete. Wait, I just assume our basement is concrete. But I don't know if that makes sense.
Oh, I meant the rose garden, he said.
Oh.
So the closest Kaylith has is summon undead, which calls forth an undead spirit. I don't think that's the right
You
thing.
can't really just make a specific request for which undead spirit you would like to come.
What about detect thoughts? Detect the thoughts of any ghost in the area.
Oh no, I didn't think we should be casting that. Probably.
Okay.
There was something dark in the
sure.
house too. You might not want to like your brain to touch whatever was in the house before. When we were in the astral dreadnought, there seemed to be something really scary in the house. So
I feel like Kayla's been touching scarier stuff while she's gone.
probably true.
Okay, you gonna do it?
Detect thoughts?
Yeah.
Detect thoughts or... Oh wait, no, you said someone undead is a random spirit.
Is it random? I don't know. That's what I
well,
thought.
The thing is, I don't
What
even
did
know
the spell
what...
say?
Do
You're
we
not
even know
entirely
what
sure
those
what would
ghosts
happen.
would be or is?
No, but I have a theory. If I go out into the hallway and break a vase, I bet Bo will come and glower at me because Artemisia hates that.
Let's do it. Let's try.
Do you have mend?
Okay.
No.
Do you have like a mending spell? Okay, let's pick the ugly vase. The one that Marcelea gave her that she really needs to throw away, but she won't because she's afraid Marcelea will notice it's gone, even though Marcelea is never coming in that door if I have anything to say about it.
You mean the orange?
Knock it over like a cat.
You mean the orange vase?
That one. It's weird, isn't it? What
Okay,
is
even
that?
I can tell it's not a good vase. It's orange.
It doesn't go with any of the roses, even the creepy black ones. And the shape's a little suggestive, let's say.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Everybody's thinking it.
Does detect thoughts only work on the person you're focused on, or is it like a general like?
You pick up surface thoughts, and you can focus on a particular person if you want to.
Oh, Rogar's gonna go feed Roomba. He needs just to make sure he's
Down
not
in the
hungry when we
basement?
go on
Go see if
adventure.
you can find a crack in the floor we can.
Oh,
we
that's
can
a good
exploit.
idea. Aye, down in what used to be my bedroom, I guess. We're about
Okay.
to like renovate.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
All right.
smash a vase.
Okay. Yes, you feel a little chill on the back of your neck.
All right. Detect thoughts. Try and detect the thoughts of anything. Is Bo around, basically?
Yeah. All right. Cecilia, what are you thinking about?
What am I thinking about? I'm really pleased with myself for finding a way to break this space. I'm also very anxious. There is a lot of anxiety bleeding off Cecilia, even though she is trying very hard to think about how much fun the space smash plan was.
Starshin is mostly thinking about equal 50-50 concern about how Cecilia is doing, and also I think I ate too much.
Is Starshin wearing his shirt?
I drank too
We can put a Susan of Starshin looks good with his shirt off, which is not something Cecilia would say.
Oh, I
that
rolled a
she's
98.
thinking.
He is definitely not wearing a shirt.
You rolled a percentile dice to decide if he's wearing a shirt?
Yep. Odds are pretty low.
This game is bananas! All right.
I rolled a 98. He might not be wearing pants either.
How drunk was
roll
he?
again just to be sure.
Starshin, go put your pants back on.
Oh.
You can't go in the library without pants. That's a terrible plan.
You're right. You know, I since my tattoo is no longer functioning, I thought that maybe I should invest in some actual armor. So I will go put on my armor while you consult with Bo.
God, the whole world is falling apart, isn't it?
He heads out toward the rose garden.
Starshin putting on armor is just a blow to Cecilia's sense of the order of things. But anyway, there's a ghost behind me.
Yes, Emily Calith can detect some mild rebuke in the thoughts of the ghost that is hovering behind Cecilia. In fact, when you cast the spell, you can sort of see this vague outline of Bo, who exists mostly as thought, behind her. And he looks up at you and he goes, "Oh."
Can you see him?
Cecilia, good news. Artemisia hasn't lost her mind.
Okay, that's good, But there's a ghost in the house.
That is good news, Bo says.
You
But
gonna ask him?
good news. Well, more good news. He says it's good news. I mean, that he's there. That's the good
I
news.
bet he's happy about it.
I'm happy that Artemisia has not lost her mind. Make sure she knows that I'm happy that Artemisia has not lost her mind.
Is he being real needy about Artemisia?
Yeah.
Ask him if he wants to come
I'm not
on
sure
an
that's a
adventure.
really fair assessment of what I just said, Bo says.
It's we looked past your surface words and figured out what you really meant. Anyways,
Does he?
oh no, yeah, I was gonna ask if you wanted to come on an adventure with us. It's to help Cecilia, which would help Artemisia.
Aha. Does it involve leaving this place?
Yes.
Unfortunately, I cannot leave this place.
Can your bones? It seems such a waste to have them just lying around in the garden if they.
Well, I'm sure you could take my bones somewhere if you wanted to, but I could not necessarily follow.
That's fine. You can stay here.
Is he okay with this?
Are you okay with it? Are you okay with it though?
He looks at you like he's trying to figure out what you're saying. But
Can we
again, there are so many himbos around here. He's just like, no, I'm sure that'll be fine.
So he's not upset if we take his bones on a walkabout.
Okay, to be clear, I'm going to raise them up, and I'm going to move your corpse around under my command.
Yeah. All right.
Do you want to say hi to it?
You know, that seems a little bit uncomfortable.
Oh,
He says.
okay.
Tell him to hold down the fort. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's just like I guess yeah. Like
He's okay?
just hold down the fort. Then
As always, I shall protect this house with my.
sorry about that.
Well, I can't do it with my life anymore, but definitely with my death. Sergeant appears again, and he's wearing like pieces of plate just kind of like strapped onto himself in a way that is more revealing than protective. And he's like, aha! I have done it.
Where did you get that?
I bought it at the local fantasy armor store.
So he's got like
Oh.
one
It's called
pauldron
fan-
That place down by the
strapped
docks?
across.
That place down by the docks, exactly.
Molded
Well, then I
abs.
am glad you chose something a little sedate based on what's in the window normally.
Excellent.
It looks good. Definitely don't let anybody see that your kidneys are completely uncovered.
My kidneys. He
Don't
looks
stop looking
around
at- don't.
and like he turns around in a circle.
I'm pretty sure he has adult knees. Sorry.
Shame on you! Go get your skeleton army!
Okay.
I'm just picturing Caleb going now around Westgate and basically creating donor cards, like on the case of your death, do you donate your body to my case?
Oh, good idea.
I will pay you 50 gold pieces now for an eternity, or more likely one long rest worth of skeleton adventure later.
That's actually not a bad idea. Thank you, Rogar.
Oh, okay, no problem, he says from the basement.
All right, Rogar, you have descended to the basement, and there you find it has been reduced to basically a small 15-foot by 15-foot space. You originally had a bed, and there's now just a cracked pallet there. I'm going to move you all to the basement map, even though only Rogar is there at the moment,
Okay.
just so you can all see.
We're going there eventually.
Yep. There is a Roomba there, though, which is to say, your little buddy,
Aye.
and he is dutifully cleaning the space.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll scoop up Roomba, you know, say, how you doing, lad? And kind of put him, get him settled in and the thing, and start using my Dwarven sense of stonework to see if there are any obvious, like, weak points. knock on it. I don't know, whatever a dwarf does. I don't know if my helmet, since it gives me grade, the sense of the grade and nearest exit and that kind of a thing when I'm underground, I suppose the nearest exit would be back up out of the thing, but maybe if I lay down on the ground and I'm like, I think, oh, now I'm closer to, if there's an exit this way, my helmet's closer to that, and I'll just kind of like scooch around on the ground, see if maybe I sense like there's an exit closer to my head than the stairs up the...
Oh dang, what did I just do? I did something bad.
I think you made Roomba really big.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why. I don't know what happened.
You had a gigantic,
Roomba's gone.
gargantuan, gelatinous cube. We haven't been taking care of him, and he's been getting fat on rats.
All right, well, Roomba disappeared and has been now replaced by a different Roomba.
Excellent.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to make him smaller, actually, and it's
I think it's
not
okay.
particularly working. All right.
Just use our imagination.
Did he just disappear, or can you
Tiny,
still see him?
tiny. No, he's gone. He's little though. He's in Rogar's hand.
Yeah, he's in Rogar's hand. Anyway, okay. So make an investigation check, Rogar.
Okay.
And you are a dwarf, so I'm going to give you advantage on this check.
Well, that's good, because it's not... That's good. Roll a 2. Let's see. A 16! Huzzah!
All right. So yeah, sure enough, you do find a hollow wall. Like it seems very weak. And you think you could shove your way through it with enough strength.
Oh, without even shattering it? Oh, I wonder, like...
Or you could shatter it. Yeah,
I feel like
that is a
shattering
possibility.
things gives Kayla such joy that I'll just say, oh, I think this is probably the best place to do it. I mean, I could try and break through if you want to save your, shatter spell, but...
You can go ahead and take it. It's
okay.
I'm assuming we all come down the stairs by then.
Mm-hmm.
And are you trailing an undead army of how many?
How many bodies were in the backyard?
Definitely 2.
4.
Whoa, 4.
All right, I've got
4?
4, and apparently, if I remember correctly, one of them was headless because he was Sturge's brother who was decapitated. So we've got a skeleton chicken riding on its shoulders instead.
Okay.
Is it Sage? Did Sage stay with us?
Sage stayed with us.
Yay!
Yay!
I feel like Sturge's brother in the afterlife is gotta be just ecstatic. He's going on another adventure. His head is better than ever.
Sturge likes wearing feathers all the time, so I mean, who knows?
1, 2.
Oh,
Do we
and
know the identity of the other 2?
They're Night Mask assassins who came to kill you,
Oh, okay.
but you killed them back.
and very important, by the way, before we headed out, I gave my typical inspiring leadership speech, and it's definitely not celestial resilience. It's definitely inspiring leadership that gives you 10 extra temporary hit points.
And I'll put in this skeleton whose head looks kind of like a chicken. All right. I also got to make sure they're controllable by Emily. I also got to make sure all your tokens are controllable by the correct people. So this is going to take me a second. I realize I should have done the setup
Okay.
earlier.
So we're gonna go down in this library, and there are guardians, maybe? Do you know what kind of guardians, Caleb?
No. Guardians.
I thought you said guardians. Did I make that up? Am I just creating an image of a terrifying library? Because I might be. Because honestly, like, I'm a little bit short of resources here, so I'm hoping we're at something in this Sphinx kind of category of guardian where you can talk and potentially convince it things, and not so much in the huge stone statue with a hammer.
We could send the 2 Night Mask skeletons before us.
That is a good idea.
Vanguard. Vanguard is correct. Vanguard is front.
Vanguard is
I
the
think so,
word.
yes.
Yep.
Okay.
The skeletons turn towards Cecilia as though they sensed you thinking about them, which they did.
Okay. Hi.
Okay. They stop at the door, at the wall. They don't seem to be strong enough to break through.
Is it something that
you-
essentially shifts, or something you have to break through?
It appears to be something you'd have to break through.
Well, I'll just wail at it with my hammer.
Okay. Go ahead and make an athletics check, please.
6. Oh, I'm a bit out of practice swinging my normal hammer.
Okay.
What about the love hammer?
Oh, I don't want to waste it on the wall. You know, we might come up against a ladder at some point, and that would probably be.
Sarshan steps up to help.
Oh yeah. With your molded abs, you look very strong.
Well, he only rolled a 13. He's like, it's very difficult. Maybe if you let me hold your love hammer, I could get through this wall, Rogar.
Oh, I thought you'd never ask.
Oh my god,
alright.
guys!
What? Sorry.
Just kidding, Cecilia. I just need a proper tool to do this.
Or we just have Kayla shatter the wall!
Or we just have Kayla shatter the wall. The skeleton moved out of
I
the way.
mean, all right, if you insist. All right,
Rogar
Caleb.
gets railed back from all the shrapnel. He's seen this play before.
All right. You don't even need to roll. You obviously shattered the wall. Okay. There is a narrow
And
little
that's how it's
passage
done.
that leads to what looks like steps leading down. You realize
Actually,
that
I'm gonna
there
let
was.
those skeletons lead. Sorry.
You realize there was some kind of cave-in that covered this area. Well, a house fell on this area, is what happened. And
Allegedly.
The basement didn't exactly line up with the existing basement, but those steps look familiar to you. Like maybe you've been here before. Anyway, so those skeletons come through and they perceive a little farther.
Oh no!
There's a
Is this
corridor with a door, and it opens into a larger space farther down the corridor.
Okay. What's our marching orders here?
I would assume those two skeletons first. I'm assuming those two are the
The Vanguard.
night masks,
Yes.
Yes.
and then whoever of us squishy folks wants to go next.
Yeah.
Sergeant says, "Well, I am not squishy, but I shall accompany you."
Oh,
Put the other skeletons in the back.
I mean, I've got plate and a shield. I mean, I can definitely
Sturgis, the sage mech, and bow come last.
I have utmost
We have to protect
utmost faith
Sage.
in my suit of armor. Sergeant says it is very protective. Can't you see? Here, if you just move your sword and just hit right,
Stop
right
it!
here,
Stop it!
right here. Not any lower. Right here. Very protective.
Oh my god. Okay. So when we're down here, do we recognize this? You implied that it was kind of familiar looking.
You do recognize it. Long ago, you descended into the crypts beneath Castle Vhammos, and that is where you are. You're in those crypts.
Oh, this is where I had a panic attack once?
It is.
Ugh. Like,
I
my
want
day
to
was
address.
already too
I want to
much.
address a question from the chat real fast. You may have noticed that the D&D Beyond overlay is not present, and that appears to be a like Wizards discontinued that particular support for a while they build something new. So apologies for the inconvenience.
Yang put a link to our D&D Beyond page
Right,
in the
yeah.
chat, so you can look
And
at
you
it
can
there
check out our characters and stuff.
with the asterisk if I did not unmake my character exactly. because I'm not doing that work later if I get another pact.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right. Yeah. So there's this large open chamber ahead of you. You can only see so far in the darkness. You have dark vision that reveals basically about that much space. Come on, work with me here. Come on, roll 20. You can do it.
When I recognize this
do it.
is the crypt from before, I think I'm gonna grab Caleth's arm, because this place, it definitely had a bad reaction to this place before. I've been working on it, but as evidenced by the fact that Caleth's bone wings don't freak me out. But when you go into a place where you've already had a panic attack once, sometimes it starts up again. It's not fun.
Caleth is going to try and comfort you by wrapping one of her bone wings around you.
What is this? A wisdom saving throw?
Yes. Yes, sure. Go for it.
14.
Okay, you're able to keep your cool.
He's
here.
like, oh, okay, I recognize the gesture. It's
Sershin says, wait, there's a spell I have been working on for just such an occasion. And he casts Warding Bond.
Whoa.
And what that does is it specifically targets Cecilia and it ties her to him defensively. So that when she takes damage, she takes less damage and some of the damage goes to him instead.
Does that include psychological damage?
I hope it does, he says.
technically there's a component where they're supposed to each have a ring, but I don't want to talk about that right now. So we're just going with this.
That's true.
What is this thing in the middle? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
He says, I have been working on this spell, so it might not function quite properly. I might be missing some focus. Can anyone imagine what kind of focus I might be missing? I'm sure I'll think of it.
It'll be fine.
Limited version of warding bonds.
It's a ringing a bell for me.
This is my problem. I'm like, but doesn't it work like this? And Eric's like, okay, so yeah, you're screwed. You don't have a class. This spell doesn't actually help as much. I gotta learn to stop running my mouth. But anyway, we walked in. There's something gross on the floor here. What is this?
That is a dead rat.
Oh.
With blood stain around it.
Whoa.
Fresh blood?
Yes.
Hoka will offer
The
it
room.
to Roomba.
Okay, if you want to look into the room, you're going to need to move your tokens closer.
Yay!
Hey, hail Raiders. Welcome. Hey, good. Raiders showed up. That means somebody's going to get advantage on a check. All right. So yeah, you can see into the room a little bit better from where you are. It is a mess. Rock has collapsed. The coffins that were here are now kind of haphazardly disjointed away from the walls. Some of them are buried partly under rubble.
This is the library?
I don't think this is the library.
Did we pass a door in the hall? I'm sorry, is that a...
There is a door there, yeah.
Oh.
Sershin says, maybe the books are in the coffins.
Having met Aiden, I would not be too surprised. Do you, Caleth, do you have, I don't know all of your powers. Do you have the ability to tell if there's, just for example, frickin' vampires in here?
I do. And then she's going to direct the two night mask skeletons to go peek inside.
Straightforward, I like it.
Okay.
By looking.
Well, nobody stopped Sershin, so he just kind of walked in there. And when he entered the crypt, you hear a yawning sound like ancient breath stirring where it hasn't stirred in some time. And these skeletons lying on the floor spontaneously stand up and look at you menacingly. And you hear one of them speak in an ancient, dusty voice. Password.
Kenneth, what's the password?
Eric, I know you told me last week and I forgot to write it down, so I don't remember. Something above, something below.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Wait, Aiden, really quick. Out comes the book. I forgot the password. What was it?
Are you talking to your book?
It is fire above, wisdom below.
That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right.
That's what I remember, he says. It's a reference to the sun burning vampires.
Okay, everyone ready to attack just in case?
Sarshan's like, way ahead of you.
Alright, fire above, wisdom below.
All right, the skeletons, which had been raising their weapons and starting forward, lower their weapons again.
Okay.
Ooh. Kaelith? Were you talking to your book just now?
I was talking to Aiden.
Where's Aiden?
Is Aiden very small? Sarshan says.
He is significantly smaller than he once was.
Oh, is that one of those audiobooks I've heard about?
The skeletons are inspecting the coffins.
Okay. We should talk about this later.
Later, yes. More important things to worry about right now. We need to find you power.
Yeah.
That is true, Sarshan says.
Okay, so did Aiden tell you how to get from here to the library? Do the skeletons know? Are the skeletons the librarians?
What happened to the... So are the skeletons just kind of standing there now?
Yes, they're standing there, holding their weapons up like this.
Have the skeletons looking in the coffins found anything?
Well, the coffins are very heavy and hard to open. So the skeleton is like...
Is this a chest on the other side of the room? Under
appears
the...
to be, yeah.
We should go open it.
We should go open it.
Oink.
We don't have a sturge.
Aiden says, perhaps you should not do so.
Or we should not open it because it's probably booby-trapped.
My mother never told me the word to stop the skeletons from attacking me if I opened the chest.
I have
Interesting.
a 5 around that chest.
Okay. So right now what we've got is a room full of dead bodies.
Aiden,
I don't want to make a pact with a crap-ass skeleton.
Aiden, where do we go next?
Into the library, of course.
How do we get from here to the library?
Go through the door. Into
Which
the
door?
library.
Is it the door that we walked past?
He's talking. Yeah. Well, he doesn't have hands to point anywhere. But he's like, yes, the door that you passed.
Why did we need a password then?
For the Guardians.
But we just did the Guardians and they're not guarding the door to the library.
Kaelith, I try and protect you as best I can.
Does everyone else hear this, by the way?
No.
We
Okay.
just hear you, and we remember Aiden enough to think he's doing an Aiden. He's doing an Aiden, isn't he?
He's doing an Aiden. Let's go. Actually, skeletons, let's go.
Good call.
All right. Well, sure enough, when this skeleton comes up to the door to open it, a blast of fire shoots out from the door and consumes the skeleton and just collapses into a pile of dust.
Come on, we had the password! Is it triggered? Is it done? Is there any way to tell? Man, we need Sturge.
Fire above, wisdom below. Oh, great.
Does that mean we have to crawl in?
All right, I want to direct the second skeleton to drop down and try and crawl in, see if that triggers it.
Okay. The skeleton looks at you quizzically.
Like this. Okay, let's gonna demonstrate.
Actually,
Goes prone,
Okay.
crawls into that space. And is now lying there on the floor next to the door.
Open the door too.
Okay, it reaches up toward the handle. Skeletal hand extends toward the handle and just turns the handle. It also erupts in flame.
Okay, let's tell your book boyfriend his library is trash. How are we supposed to get in this door?
I have Mage Hand. I've been studying with Artemisia, so I learned a few.
Artemisia
couple of
doesn't know
spells.
Mage Hand. Does she?
Aye, but she was teaching me magic, and I picked it up by watching Sturge.
Okay.
Ah,
So you can get the door open?
I don't know if I've never tried it before, but other than playing around, trying to pick up Roomba and stuff with it, I'll try it. I cast it,
okay.
and it worked. A little mage hand. Oh, hello. Ooh, oh, that's so cool. All right, I float it to the door. And I turn the knob with it.
Okay. Yep. Fire pours down in a column from the ceiling, but it doesn't harm the mage hand.
Okay, and does it open the door?
Oh my god. All right. You ready for this?
Sure.
All right.
What just happened?
Put a
Oh, you
J.
made a mage hand. I see.
I made a mage hand show up.
Congratulations.
I know. I feel so proud. All right. I can't make it smaller though. I apologize. Without making it gigantic. All right. Yeah. The fire sprays for a while, and then it dies down, and the door is open.
Can we see you?
Okay. So, do we still need to crawl in?
I can try, Sarshan says.
Do we have an extra skeleton first?
Actually, I have an even better idea.
Hold
Turns
up.
into a wolf.
Hold up. Hold up.
What?
Grab him
Okay.
by the scruff. Like,
Oh.
no. Grab
Wait,
him
wait,
around
wait, wait,
his
wait,
neck.
wait, wait, wait.
We have other skeletons.
We have wall of water.
Hey. I like it.
So if we can wall of water, it's difficult terrain, but we can all just pass through. Just hold your breath. Although I think I'm
Alright.
still gonna send one of the remaining skeletons first, just to make sure, just to test it.
Okay, which remaining skeleton? So there's
It's
Bo
Bo or
skeleton.
it's...
Oh
or
no!
there's
You know-
Sturge's brother skeleton.
With Sage.
Okay, I'm gonna make the point that Bo did not seem particularly attached to his bones. He really didn't want to see them. He
True.
didn't mind us using them. If we came back and we didn't have his bones, is he really going to be very bothered?
Okay, how about Sage goes stand on Bo's shoulder, and then the headless skeleton body goes through.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Skeleton chicken hops over onto skeleton bow, and then headless headless skeleton.
Caleb,
Okay.
this wall of water.
Does it
tells us what-
crawl through, or is it walking
Do you
through?
want it to crawl through?
Let's just crawl through just in case.
All right.
See,
Yep. It gets down here, and then it gets down on all fours and crawls through.
all right. I will let go of Sarshan, since it seems like he's not going to be incinerated, and follow him and the skeleton crawling on the floor.
Okay. So the skeleton stopped right there.
I assume we can all just like cram in really tightly for now, unless there's a reason the DM says we should not all be crammed within similar 5-foot squares.
It's a very tight space. Anyway, so the skeleton stops right there. Caleb, you get up on the skeleton. You're like, "Hey, what happened?" And then you see a faint flicker of the light, and realize that it's not just the skeleton there.
Is there a gelatinous cube in this?
Yes.
Is it the original Roomba?
It looks a lot like Roomba, but bigger and angry.
This is why Eric was fussing with the gelatinous cube icon so much.
It wasn't.
It was a trap. It was a trap. It was a trap. Okay.
It's actually
Well-
entirely a coincidence, but whatever. Okay, so roll
shit.
initiative.
Oh, wait a second. Wait.
Oh dear, that skeleton is eaten, isn't he?
Yeah, it's inside the cube. You don't
Just for
see
the
any.
record, we're not surprised because I had that dagger on.
Right. Were you attuned to that dagger, though?
I did choose to attune to it.
Sweet.
Not that it's gonna be super useful because I don't.
So,
I rolled high, but now basically I can poke it. So
yeah, basically, as soon as you went into the tunnel, Cecilia, you started feeling this buzzing, this like vibration at your belt, and you reached down and found that it was your dagger just vibrating and uttering this kind of whine sound.
I'm also like, so my
A dagger
initiative.
that is also a cell phone. Yes.
Cecilia's not on the turn tracker, so my initiative didn't get sent.
Oh.
Also, Caleb and Rogar both rolled higher.
It says he got a 19.
It does, yeah, but you guys got a 20 and a 21.
Why does it say the gelatinous cube has 11.03?
Because the 0.03 is for breaking ties in case it.
Ah, okay.
All right, so hold on one second. Okay, Cecilia, you said your initiative. You got
19.
You got a 19. Wow. All right. So I believe the skeletons are just gonna go right after Kalith. So, Rogar, you actually get to go first. So you were aware of this buzzing
Aye.
and realized what the shimmer meant and reacted quite quickly.
Okay. So that's it. It looks like the cube is 5, 10, 15 feet from the end of the corridor.
10 feet from the end of the corridor.
10 feet from the end of the corridor. All right. Let me just see. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of. I'll just shout, "Get out of there!"
Okay.
Well, oh, actually, okay. I can. I'll do flame strike, I guess. I think I can do that without burning everybody. I think. If I cast it at the very end of the corridor.
Well, what's the explosive
it's a 10
radius?
It's a 10-foot radius.
Yeah, if you cast it at the end of the corridor, if you centered it here,
Okay.
or more accurately here, between these two spaces, then it would catch the cube, but not your friends.
All right, I'll do that then. I'll say, "Oh, look out!" and cast flame strike, and so there you go.
Is the gelatinous cube going to make its dex save? Wow, it rolled a 19 and still did not make its dex save. It literally only could have succeeded if it rolled a natural 20, and then only because a natural 20 automatically succeeds. So it took 28 damage. Okay. That was pretty good.
All right.
All right, still going. Kalith, your turn next.
Kalith is going to wither it.
Oh my. Okay.
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Its Constitution is better, but it still did not roll very well. It only got a 10, so I think it failed.
Withering a gelatinous cube seems especially vicious.
It's like all water,
proof.
right?
Right.
It's water everywhere. Oh wait, I forgot 44.
Oh boy. All right. Yeah, it just starts shriveling up into a much smaller version of itself, and great chunks of it just kind of slough off and collapse into dust against the floor. All right, Cecilia.
Woo! Gold near
Skeletons.
Oh yeah,
Skeletons.
skeletons. You can
Skeletons
have
gonna go.
skeletons act if you want to. One of the skeletons is inside the cube. It takes some acid damage from being in the cube.
I mean, I guess that's the only skeleton that can do anything, so he's just gonna flail and try and hit whatever he can.
Okay. You mean the one that's inside the cube?
Yeah, unless he's like incapacitated or immobilized that way.
No, the skeleton is restrained and can attempt to escape, or it can attack the cube. So yeah, you can attack if you like. It just has disadvantage.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna attack.
Okay.
I don't think he actually has weapons though, so he's just gonna be like clawing.
Yeah, just
his-
raking at it with his.
Yeah.
Rip off his jawbone, start wailing on it.
Disadvantage means he rolled a 2.
Okay.
Aww.
He did not hit, and then he took 23 acid damage.
Oh.
Is he still alive?
I don't think so. I'm just going to make sure, but I don't think skeletons have that many hit points.
Okay.
I hadn't looked up skeleton because I just assumed they would just perish immediately when I hit them with something. But I will look
Something
it up.
like
So-
that, yeah.
We need to find a makeup skeleton.
Oh yeah, 13
put
hit
in
points. Yeah, that
Sturge's
skeleton dissolves.
Brother's grave.
Okay, I will make
Died
a note of
as he lived, making poor choices.
To be fair, I don't think this was his poor choice that he made. If we're being completely fair.
Don't tell Sturge that, I think. I think that would be maybe better not to say.
I mean, unless Sturge is going to be going around digging up his own brother, he'll never even know.
That's true. Maybe this just doesn't come up.
The roses suddenly turn red again.
Oh no.
We'll have to go out and paint him black every once in a while.
Okay, so Sarshan's turn.
What happened to my
Wait.
turn?
Oh, did I skip Cecilia? I guess I did.
You
Yes.
did. You just
Sorry.
assumed I wasn't gonna
No.
do anything.
No, I didn't. It's because
I'm gonna whip out this Well, sorry, go ahead.
it's because there was the skeleton.
Ah.
I called on you, and then Emily was like, "Skeleton." And I'm like, "Wait." So yeah, then I skipped you. Anyway,
All right,
Cecilia's turn.
I'm gonna play it with. How bad does this thing look? Is it
Looks really
close?
hurt, actually.
All right, then I'm gonna use a charge from the Wand of Magic Missile.
Mhm.
Did that roll the damage? 2.
Two
Oh, that's
points
just
of
one
damage.
dart. It's just doing one dart at a time. But
Yep.
it rolled. It does the magic missile spell,
Yep,
so it does
which means
3.
it fires 3
Got it.
darts.
Okay, so 2 and 3. This is not going to be enough damage to do much, is it? This is 8.
Okay. It is. The darts slam into it, and it starts quivering like it's on the verge of collapse.
So look at the thing and just kind of shake it. I'm more motivated to find this library now.
All
See if
right.
you can do psychological damage to it. Insult its mother.
The other gelatinous cube you butted off of is extremely disappointed in your life choices.
Okay.
Haunting a crypt that skulking around a crypt that nobody even comes down in.
Sarshan comes around the corner, and he's like, "Ah, I can help." But no magic. And he's like, "Oh, right, no magic." So he picks up his sword, and he just throws his sword.
Someone's in the way. You're in the way.
Yeah. You're not wrong. Oh.
Is it easier when your boyfriend's in a book? Is that easier?
You were just assuming my boyfriend is in a book.
Also, I'm assuming he's still your boyfriend.
It's complicated.
It does, however, even with disadvantage, he still manages to hit it with the thrown sword. Which
I'm glad
does,
that we
let's
docked.
see. Yeah, he just manages to kill it. He wouldn't have if the magic missiles hadn't hit it too. But
Well,
now,
that's
now it
good.
is
I'm
dead.
glad I contributed.
You definitely did. It was a team effort.
Some parts of this team, Caliph, were a little more than others. 44 damage. All right.
Another
Okay.
bowling comes out and pats you on the shoulder. They're there now.
Okay, can we
So Sarshan,
passed the
seeing
boot?
his handiwork, is like, yes.
good shot? Please don't throw swords over my head.
That's
If
an important
possible.
note. I will take that note. I think you did an excellent job with your wand too. I'm glad you picked that up.
Oh, I'm glad I have it, but let's not be patronizing.
All right, that's also an
but-
excellent
okay.
note.
Okay, anyway, where's the door?
Okay, so there's a door at the end of the corridor.
Look through the goop.
I mean, we're all out of skeletons now, unless we wanna. Okay. Sage, come stand on my shoulder. I'm sorry, Bo. You're up.
The skeleton looks at you like, why would you even consider my feelings? I am skeleton. My feelings are cold and hard and dead. Which is a lot to convey with the look.
It's an expressive skull he's got.
Yeah.
Good cheekbones.
Very fine. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. Very fine
Sorry.
cheekbones on that skull. All right. Yeah, it goes up to the door. And then looks back to Caliph for instruction.
Open the door.
Okay. Skeleton reaches for the doorknob. Click. The door swings open to reveal what appears to be a library.
Oh, thank goodness.
We really didn't need to go into the other room at all, did we?
Aiden says, no, I'm not sure why you went into the crypt.
Because somebody kind of made the map to lead us there.
The skeleton looks back at Kalith for further instructions.
Yeah.
Okay. Skeleton goes in, turns back to Kalith for further instructions. When a mighty metal hand sweeps down and just crushes him into the ground.
What is wrong with the Vhammoses?
Okay,
Oh man.
Eric, I was so excited to finally have a skeleton army.
I think we should mutiny right now.
So
Well,
you see
Why is
this
there-
this massive metallic suit of armor. I'll just show it to you in the VZT here. Standing inside, just inside the library. And it looks at the door. It steps a few times on the skeleton just to make sure it's not getting back up.
You really don't have to rub it in, okay?
And then it
Okay, can we close the door?
which of you is going to go close the door?
I mean, it's not coming out towards us, right?
No, I think that's what the kuch noise was.
Yeah, those are its steps as it was walking away.
So,
Does anybody have a spell to close the door?
Oh, I can make
No.
hand it closed.
wait,
Robert,
why,
close the door!
Oh, okay.
why do we want to close it? If it's not coming out to attack us.
It's coming out to attack us!
Wait, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought it walked away.
Oh, I thought it was walking towards us. Can we be clear on what the kuch noise was?
Those were its steps.
Were they
Towards whom?
It's moving around inside the room.
So it's not coming toward us.
It
It's
appears the
staying in
doorway is too
library.
small for it to fit through.
Okay. But it stepped on the skeleton as soon as the skeleton went in there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Huddle
So
up.
we can leave the door open.
Okay.
Okay. So,
All right.
I'm
Mage
not
hand
gonna
opens the door
lie.
again.
there's a lot of libraries in this world. And this one seems like an awful lot of work. I'm not going to suggest that we use the Helm of Teleportation to go to Candlekeep, but I'm not suggesting it.
Eric's like, oh crap.
I just shout, fire
What's
above,
our-
wisdom below. Just shout it into the doorway.
Ooh, does the robot turn off?
Oh, I'm not sure how to. That should have disabled the Shield Guardian, but I couldn't say for sure if it will. Aiden says to Kalith.
Why? Why are you not sure?
It seems to be functioning oddly. You used the password before, but it still crushed your skeleton. Don't worry, there are more skeletons. You can have the Guardians if you want.
Oh, I can? How?
Well, you just have to assert your will over them with the spell, I'm sure.
All right, let's deal with this and then I'll get some more.
I half expected Kalith to say, okay, this is important, but I gotta take care of something real fast.
I was gonna, but she's annoyed right now because they crushed Bo's skeleton. Not that she particularly cared that it was Bo's skeletons, but it was also hers. So
Okay. Do we know anything about Shield Guardians?
Make an Arcana check.
Like, where is the off switch? 25.
Oh, wow. All right. You know a lot about Shield Guardians. You have a brief
This is
flashback
basically
to,
like Vhammos thesis project.
brief
Making one of
flashback
these.
to one of the Vhammos telling you about Shield Guardians.
God. Every
not-
summer, it's Shield Guardian unit.
It's not Lazar, it's one of the other Vhammos. And there's this huge suit of metal on the table. And he's, casting spells and smithing pieces together. And he's telling you about how it works. And basically, shield guardians are created to protect wizards and other spellcasters. Witches, of course, in civilized Rashomon have barbarians for this purpose, berserkers, right?
Of
but
course.
some who disdain the company of other living beings occasionally prefer to use these shield guardians. Plus, these sell very well outside the country. Anyway, shield guardians are bound to a particular wizard who wears an amulet that controls the shield guardian.
Okay.
As long as you have the amulet, you can command the shield guardian. If you destroy the amulet, the shield guardian won't function until a replacement is created.
What do you think the chances are that one of Aiden's... I'm going to convey this to the others and suggest maybe one of Aiden's ancestors is buried with the control amulet? Or maybe it's in that box that we're not supposed to open?
Ah, you know, your friend is very clever. Aiden
Is that
says.
Aiden?
Yeah, but you don't hear that, so you don't.
I don't. I don't react to it.
So, are you saying we
So
have-
you also know two additional things about shield guardians.
Mhm.
One, they reconstruct themselves. So the magic reconstitutes them when they've taken damage. And two, they can sometimes store spells. You can bind a spell inside a shield guardian, and then
Ugh.
it can cast that spell either upon command or when a pre-programmed condition occurs.
just
like a
keeps getting better
contingency.
and better.
We don't want to mess with this thing unless we have the amulet.
But that,
So-
does that mean we have to? Are you saying we have to go in the other room again, where the coffins and stuff are?
That's my best guess. Or it's on, Lady Vhammos, wherever they... Wait, did Lady Vhammos die in the Fall of Westgate?
As far as you know, yes.
So she's still got it, and she's under a building somewhere. Well, I guess she could have died and the amulet didn't get destroyed. Because if the amulet gets destroyed, the shield guardian falls apart. That's what I got, right?
That's what you know, yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, if this is a case where we have to hunt down the body of Lady Vhammos in order to get into her library, I vote different library. However, I don't think it's an impossibility that the control amulet might have been buried with somebody because, like, if you can make multiple control amulets, or is there only one?
You're not sure.
I might be able to make a duplicate. That seems like a Vhammos thing to do. Have a
You
backup.
do know that the Vrimyani are all about making bindings that
Mhm.
trap magical power, and so
yeah.
making shield guardians is very in their wheelhouse.
Yep. Like I said, this is the senior thesis project.
I think we should go with
That's
your
my best
plan
guess.
and check the other room.
Yeah, let's go toss the crypt.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Back to the crypt. Oh, I guess this is the perfect opportunity for Kayla to attempt to exert her will over all the
Oh, aye.
skeletons.
Excellent.
And if you want me to open something with my mage hand, I can. Be so excited to be using my mage hand.
You know what? Why don't you open this thing at the end? Or wait, Caliph, why don't you exert your will over all the skeletons you can see,
Yes.
and then we'll try opening this, just
Order
in
of
case it makes them
operations.
angry.
Order of operations, yes.
Okay. Oh, I wish I had a jar of pickles I could try to open. That would be so.
Well, I have a flaming sword, Sergeant says. Will that work?
Hold on to it. We might need it for other things.
Excellent. Sword does not make a very good thrown weapon.
No, the balance is definitely off. I
I
could throw
agree.
this spear theoretically, but
Ooh,
I don't
I should
know
like
how
to
far I
see
can
that.
throw it. It's probably going to be pretty disappointing, I'm not going to lie.
All right.
I don't
so
have much of an
Caliph-
arm.
Caliph, you're casting your spell. You're casting Animate Dead, essentially.
Okay.
Exerting your will over undead creatures just like you would casting Animate Dead normally.
Okay.
And since you know the password, the command word for these skeletons, they just very easily shift under your control once you cast Animate Dead.
All right.
Do that.
We Think of that. It's like not. It's like we
does
never
it?
lost the other ones.
Yeah, we'll just knock one's head off and bury it again and tell Sturge it's the same person.
Okay, I'll do that.
Flash forward to 20 years in the future. Sturge comes back. He has mastered every kind of magic. And he's like, my brother, I have come to raise you from the dead to fulfill our family. And so we can be a family again. And he casts, resurrection on the skeleton. And it shows up. And it's just some dock hand that the Vhammos turned into a skeleton. He's like, hey!
What I'm hearing is we have 20 years to convince Sturge his brother was a dirtbag he doesn't ever want to see again.
Yeah.
I think we got this.
I think so.
Forge some
Okay.
incriminating letters. Yeah.
Anyway,
20
so
years,
I
20
have
years
made
to
the
roll
skeleton.
a nat 20.
I have put the skeletons under your control, Emily.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Those other
Oh.
skeleton bodies are no longer there because they stood up to be these skeletons.
Okay. So let's start looking at coffins, and we got a chest at the back.
We should do the
Should we
chest first.
divide up? Okay. Rogar, can you mage hand that chest?
Oh, yep, I sure can. All right.
The six
I'm
things
assuming
pop
the
out of the
skeletons-
coffins.
I'm assuming the skeletons have weapons.
They do, actually. Each one is carrying an axe, a hand axe, basically, sized axe, and a shield.
I'm going to position one at each of the coffins nearest to us, ready to attack in case the lid opens and something tries to come out.
Okay.
Okay.
The chest does appear to be locked.
Oh.
Caleb,
I
do you
did not
have
learn
another
that
round
from
of
Sturge.
shatter?
Oh.
What if it is that not going to accidentally shatter what's inside it also?
I don't know. I don't know this spell.
What if it's the
Shatter-
amulet inside and it shatters the amulet, then problem still solved,
Right?
Good point. Shatter.
Although if it's not, never mind. It's like if it's not the amulet, but
Oh, that's a good point too. Oh, actually, what if one of the skeletons goes and like hacks it off?
It's a solid metal chest.
Maybe not that.
All right.
Okay. Nobody has knock, right? Does that work? Is that how that works?
It would
now?
work if you had knock, yeah.
I don't have knock.
Nope. Wait, I also learned disguise self. I could disguise myself as Sturge. Could I do it then?
It's worth a try, Sarshan says.
Don't,
Is that how that
don't,
works? No?
Don't use your
Wait.
your energy.
You're right, I agreed. So probably you shouldn't try it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, so none of us knows how to pick a lock. I kind of feel like Shatter's I don't. Can you get it so that the front of the chest is in the range of the Shatter and the back of the chest isn't? So you just break open the front?
Theoretically, yes, but I feel like DM might want me to roll something to make sure it's that precise.
What's the radius of the shatter spell?
10 feet, I believe. Let me double check.
10-foot radius, okay.
Yeah, 10-foot radius.
Yeah, you could do that. I mean, Rogar would probably need to move from where he is right now, but not even that, actually. You could center it like about here, and it would just catch the chest.
Okay, let's try that then.
There are these massive gargoyles leaning down over the walls, looking down into the room. You could catch one of them with the shatter if you want to.
I feel like these gargoyles are something we should look at a little more closely suddenly.
Maybe.
Let's
There are 8 of them.
Can I what is this? Inspect? Investigation? Or
Yeah,
Can I tickle one with my BH hand?
you can.
I'm gonna go peer at this gargoyle. I'm gonna go to this one by the door. I'm gonna look at it really closely.
Okay.
This gargoyle made of stone or potentially alive? If I
Looks
kind of
like
poke
it's-
it with the spear.
Yeah, it looks like it's made of stone.
If I stick my spear in its mouth, it doesn't do anything?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So it might come alive when we break the chest, but also it's not alive right now and waiting for us to do something.
Is there anything weird about is there anything different between all the gargoyles? Just trying to see if there's like a puzzle thing with them.
I guess.
Make an investigation check.
Uh, 22.
Okay. Between the two of you, Cecilia and Caliph, you determine a discrepancy between the gargoyles that you're inspecting. The one by the entryway, it's a gargoyle leaning out over the room. It has 2 rubies set into its eyes. The gargoyle that Caliph is looking at, which is, I guess the nearest one would be that one.
Oh, yeah.
That one, whatever, one of those. This one has only 1 ruby eye. The other is just an open socket.
How many ruby eyes are in all of the other ones?
You go around counting.
Yes.
Okay. There are a total of 8 ruby eyes among the 8 gargoyles.
So one of them has no eyes?
A
Then,
couple of them
at
have
least.
no eyes.
Ugh. I'm gonna pull out this wand of detect magic
Mm-hmm.
and just use a charge of it, so we can just see if any, if I walk around the room, are they radiating any kind of spell?
All
or-
of the well,
Sorry, Caitlin,
all of the
I got a
skeletons
kid
are
behind you.
obviously magical.
Yeah.
A couple of there are 2 gargoyles that have 4 2 gargoyles have 4 eyes total. So 2 gargoyles each have 2 eyes, right?
Mhm.
Those 2 gargoyles, their second eye is radiating slight magic. So there are 2 rubies that are slightly magical.
Do I know the school of magic?
It appears to be abjuration.
Okay. Well,
Which are the gargoyles with the eyes? With the
So
magic.
this one has 2 eyes,
Okay.
one by the door. And this one has 2 eyes.
Which are the ones without any eyes?
I will mark them on the map.
Thank you. Rogar's tickling
Okay.
one. He says, "This one's not real because I
Right.
learned from the same book. I learned about pickles and vampires that if you
Shoot.
a tickle will foil a giggly gargoyle. That's what I learned. So
God. All right.
keep it up.
Gargoyle.
thank you.
Are you tickling the gargoyles?
All
Hi,
right.
I'm tickling.
2 red
Keep it real.
eyes. 1 red eye.
Well, he's marking him.
2 red eyes.
Oh, I see. You're putting dots on them.
1 red eye.
Okay.
1 red eye. 1 red eye.
I wonder if we're overthinking this and it's just gonna turn out to be nothing involving the gargoyles at all, and we're just like, must be a puzzle, so we'll make a puzzle.
There's a little of that. I feel like we're in for something.
I mean, there were 2 eyes that were magic. Can we take those 2 out?
Take the spear and pop that one.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
See what happens. I die and I take Sarshan with me because he
Well-
cast that spell. That's what happens. No, I'm kidding.
The warding
Hope I'm
bond.
kidding.
The warding bond seems to have faltered.
Oh no.
Yeah. He's like, there needs to be some binding component. Oh well, I'm sure I'll work it out.
Damn it. Me and my dumb mouth. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try and do it pop it out with the spear.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
magic one.
you pop out the 2 magic eyes.
Okay.
I place them next to you on the map.
Oh, okay. It's so hard to see them, but when I see them, I can't help laughing. I've got
They're
2
like
little
red googly eyes.
There's,
Yeah.
there's 2 red googly eyes next to me. Yeah. Okay.
Is it not showing up very well on the map?
It
apologize.
just looks like there's two little red dots that at
Yep.
first glance I don't see them, but then I know they're there, and I'm like, there's two twinkly eyes. Okay, so here's these. I don't know how to tell what they are, but they're not in the gargoyles.
Is the thing
We could
still
put 'em-
walking around? What if we crush one of the eyes?
Okay, how are we gonna do that?
Step on it?
I can smash it with my hammer.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Let's do it. These are gonna turn out to be like priceless magical artifacts, and we're like, let's measure the hammer. Somewhere
they are-
Sturge is going, what is happening?
They are fairly valuable gemstones, you're pretty sure.
Okay, how about this? Let's
So,
put them.
Rogar comes over with his hammer. He's like,
Oh wait, no, never mind.
Hold up. Here's a thought. We'll take, if in case these trigger something, when
Oh.
the chest is opened, let's take them and put them in the Briar House basement, so they're
Oh.
away from us, and we have time to prepare if some shenanigans start. Or we throw them at the Shield Guardian. That's probably not a good idea either. I don't know, but we should do something.
We can
We could
throw
swallow
one
them
at the
and
Shield
it-
Guardian.
Who what?
Just throw one at the Shield Guardian, see if that does anything.
Okay, let's throw one at the Shield.
Eric's just like blinking, like, what are you gonna do?
all right, Caleb, would you like to make an insight check?
There we go. Say something crazy enough, and the DM will throw you a bone.
18.
18. You remember something about that fire above, wisdom below phrase is just catching in your mind.
Mm.
So the rubies look like, condensed fire.
Okay.
So we should look at the gargoyle's feet for wisdom.
Should we put one in each gargoyle eye socket on either side of the chest? Which means like popping out the one ruby in the eye. That's
There's
on
a
this guy.
skull over the chest. Is that relevant, or is that just decoration?
There is a big skull there. You thought at first that it was a bull skull, but it seems too big to be a bull skull.
Let's
And
stick them in the
also,
bull skull's eyes.
It has too many horns.
Let's stick him in there.
Is this some kind of like demon?
You also, yeah, maybe. You also see that skull is slightly higher than all of the other gargoyles and whatnot.
All right, that sounds.
As in, it's like 10, 15 feet off the ground.
Sarshan, let me climb on your shoulders.
Oh, you mean right here?
Yes.
Or Rogar can
Of course.
mage hand them up.
Well, that's true. I forget.
Aw.
Okay.
Forgetting.
Soshin looks downcast.
Oh no! I don't know if I can cast it again. He looks at Sarshan. Sarshan's so sad that he cannot do it. So maybe you'd better do it, Sarshan.
Okay. All right. You can climb up on Sarshan's shoulders and put the rubies in the hopefully not Garistro skull. I don't know what this is, but
Make an Arcana check.
Wait. Someone's climbing
I
up
feel
on his
like-
shoulders?
I'm climbing up on his shoulders with
Oh,
the rubies
no.
in my hands. Yeah.
Oh,
Right. Right. I'll just put you next to each other so I can.
I thought
see
Sarshan was
opinions.
just going to do it. I'm sorry.
It's like 10 feet up.
Oh,
So
No, he wanted Cecilia to climb on his shoulders because he thought it'd be fun, and he was right. It is very fun. He's obviously having a good time doing that.
top. Wait, hold still.
He's like, I see you can't reach. I gotta lift you a little higher.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Hands on the wall. Okay.
Never skip leg
Okay.
day. Oh yeah.
Stick the rubies in this thing's eye and
Yep.
pray to all three gods. Like,
Okay. Yeah. Sure enough, they start glowing with fierce fire,
I'm
and you
gonna
hear a
scramble
clicking
down.
sound.
Oh lord. We scramble down and get to the side and pull Sarshan to the side.
What?
Is
Like,
it the
not
lock
in
popping
front.
off?
All right, you scramble down. Make a dexterity saving throw.
I don't have those.
Yeah, I noticed.
13.
Okay, you fall. He catches you in his arms.
Oh, good. Good.
And you share a moment, and then he's like, "Oh, right, off to the side,
Like,
impending
move.
death." All right, and the chest slowly opens.
Woohoo!
Point a spear at it. Does anything
It
come out
reveals a gleaming pile of coins.
in an amulet?
And
Well, I mean, there are a lot of things there.
I'm gonna poke at the coins with the spear.
Chat is like, I'm sure there's horse elixir in there. Anyway,
Is there?
there's a potion, sure. All right, you poke at it with the spear, nothing happens.
Okay, do we find anything in it?
Yes, you
It's not
find
coins.
a large amount of coins, you find a potion, you find several art objects, like pieces of jewelry and such.
Joy.
My detect magic is still on. Is any of it?
Mhm. There is a knife in it.
Whoa.
And I say knife, it's not a dagger. It's obviously some kind of evil-looking sacrificial knife
Athame.
Okay.
that is very powerful. It is, yes, Kayla says the word athame, and it seems to fit.
What?
Athame. It's a ceremonial sacrificial knife.
I don't know that word. I thought this was like some in-game thing that like Caliph knew. That's fun. Thanks for teaching me.
You're welcome. Original Ace is like, it's a throwing sword.
Okay. There's no amulet though. No control amulet.
You do not see a control amulet.
Does the knife give off control amulet vibes? Maybe
Oh, it
somebody
gives
went
off-
off script.
It gives off powerful necromantic vibes.
Caliph, I found a knife for you.
Aiden, what is this? Do you know what this is?
Oh, it is the ancient Vhammos sacrificial knife. I thought it had been lost or sold or stolen over centuries ago, but apparently not.
What does it do?
Sacrifices things. Oh, you mean what magical powers does it have?
People don't sacrifice people. Sacrificial knives sacrifice.
That's right.
people.
It is a soul drinking knife.
Oh.
When you strike something down with it, you gain some of their life force for yourself. It's very powerful.
Keyleth was tempted to try it out, but there's no one she can try it out on right now.
I suggest you not let any of your friends touch it. Only you, Caliph. Only you.
Gonna just glide right past that last part and just take the dagger.
Sorry, that was hyphenated. That's why it sounded so soft. Anyway,
What's going on? Is it the key?
It's a sacrificial dagger, but no key, no amulet.
Hmm.
Okay. What?
Well, it's maybe one of the
We
bodies in
can
one of
talk
these
about the
coffins.
evil
where-
dagger later. Yeah, let's look over the well, let's take as much of this as we can because hey, look, we can fund the wall replacement when we have to take the witch house to a library that's not being protected by a terrifying magic construct.
true enough.
Cause Artemis is gonna be mad if we leave the hole. But hey, look, money. And then I guess we should check in these coffins.
Okay.
Guess so.
Maybe. I'm afraid it's gonna be vampires. I'm gonna look at this one next to Sarshan and Cecilia here.
All right. He's gonna come over and be ready with his fire sword. He's like, "Yep."
Ready? Okay.
Unless you want me to open it and you be ready with the fire sword.
You be ready with the fire sword. I don't know how to use that thing. And pop
Okay.
it open.
Pop it open. there's just an ancient decaying skeleton in there with some jewelry on. Specifically, they have this ring that glimmers.
Is it magical?
It's not magical. It's just.
Is it valuable?
It's made of platinum.
Does it perhaps come up to the amount of the bling bling somebody gave me earlier?
Yes.
Hey!
It does.
Cool. Okay. So normally desecrating graves I would maybe think twice about, but I don't like the Vhammoses very much, so I will take this ring. Thank you.
Okay. Sarshan says, "Oh, that looks very nice."
Well, it's not bad. Should we check
You
some
know
more?
what? That would probably work.
With what?
I just need another one of those to make the spell function.
This is the component you need?
I'm just gonna look and see. Just 1 second.
Okay.
And he runs around and just
Also,
like
look,
shoves
there's a
open the
control
other
amulet.
coffins.
Are there any control amulets in this place?
He picks one up and it has like a necklace with some kind of it has a shield on this necklace. He's like, and then he goes and shoves open another coffin.
I'm gonna go scramble and grab that. Whoever's closest. We
Now
should be grabbing
Sarshan is
that.
wrestling with the skeleton. It's not alive. He just got stuck to it.
Oh, okay.
He's not used to wearing clothes.
Who's closest to the shield area?
Well, I'm gonna assume Cecilia can be because she came kind of running after him like no.
God. Ugh.
All right. Yes, sure
This
enough, you find an amulet which has a shield emblazoned on the medallion part.
Does the detect magic go off?
It does.
Yes. I think this is our thing. So since this is okay, listen, none of us are really entitled to be here, but you dated someone who was, so I nominate you, Caliph. You can control the Shield Guardian.
I do want to say, Cecilia, you also notice that it is clearly of Rashemi make.
Wait, hold up. Let me see that for a second.
So it's like Caliph is about to go grab it and then just out of the way.
I'm like, hang on. The Vhammoses are getting Rumiani war tools? Ask your buck. Why is there a Rashemi Shield Guardian down here?
Do you know why your Shield Guardian is Rashemi?
We got a really good deal, I suppose.
They cut a good deal?
With who?
With who?
Nobody's supposed to. This is not a thing. This is not a thing that's supposed to be.
I didn't set up the deal. In fact, I don't know. That Shield Guardian is a new thing to me. I had not seen it before. Perhaps it is a recent addition that my family made when the city had some unrest.
I'm gonna relate.
How old exactly is the corpse that you took that off of?
That's a wonderful question.
It's a pretty fresh corpse that's only
So it's
been
not
dead for.
It's not a skeleton.
No.
Well, based on the smell, it's not. It's got to be not too long before the city collapsed.
Do you recognize this person, even?
You'll have to describe them. I lack eyes.
Oh, I didn't hear him say that. I forgot. I'm just talking to Aiden like I own his book.
Okay, Kayla's gonna describe the person.
Okay. Is this? That sounds like my cousin Gendelon. Yes. What a shame. Another grasping, ambitious Vhammos taken to the grave before their time.
You don't sound particularly heartbroken about that.
Oh, she was always an asshole at family gatherings. I didn't really like any of my family, come to think of it.
It's okay. Most people didn't like your family.
Yeah, for good reason. Good one. Hashtag true facts.
Yep.
here's a question. Did he buy this from Lazar?
I don't think Aiden would know. He wasn't around whenever this happened. This is new. This is his cousin, by the way. His cousin's an asshole.
Was
an asshole.
very
I mean-
dead now. Hey,
I mean, I'm
Caleb,
not
I
gonna
have a suggestion.
make a surprise face.
Yes?
Would you like to animate my cousin and add them to your army?
Yes.
You're so good to me.
I try sometimes.
On that note, I noticed it's 8:06 and we might want to take our break. So
That seems like a good time.
let's now that you have the shield amulet and you can continue forward, let's take our break and you can strategize what to do next. Yang, our silent omniscient god up there in the tech, is going to queue us up and we're going to go to break. So don't go away. See you soon. And we're back. Welcome back. Thank you for hanging around, everybody. All right, so our intrepid irregulars, or at least half of them, now have a amulet that they have good reason to believe is the control amulet for that particular shield guardian.
Well, when you put it like that, come on.
Hey, you haven't tested it yet.
That is accurate.
Anyway,
Okay.
So you're looking at the amulet, and abruptly you hear Sarsha going, "Ah!"
What?
He comes up from around this coffin down here in the corner, holding a ring. And he says, "Aha! I have one."
What? Oh,
He hurries back
Do-
over
do
to
the thing.
Cecilia.
okay.
It looks like yours, but it's not as nice. Anyway, I just have to
Do the-
touches his ring to yours.
Okay.
There's this little jolt of electricity, little power.
Caleb
And then
is
he
gonna make
puts it on.
Caleb is gonna make all the skeletons turn and look expectantly at Cecilia.
And then he looks
Okay.
expectantly at Cecilia too.
So, okay, this is. What is this? What?
Oh, it's for the spell, for the wording bond.
So you do this and then we share. Man, what's an in-world way to say hit points? Because that's not a thing. That's...
Vitality.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that sounds gross. I don't want to say that.
Vigor.
Vigor.
Oh,
We share our blood. All right.
oh. I don't know. Maybe
It-
that's a
it
Richard thing
connects
to say.
us.
It's like, oh,
Starshin says
Okay.
it connects us. It connects your
Wow.
life force to mine. When I cast a spell, of course. Unless you don't
Wow.
want to.
Okay. No,
If you
no,
don't want to.
no. It
Oh.
just did. No, it's. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. You know, I seem to think
Tell those
Artemisia told me
skeletons to
something
stop
about
looking.
it.
Sorry.
I seem to think Artemisia told me something about people exchanging rings, and I don't remember what it was. I'm sure it'll come back to me.
Like as a present?
Maybe? Hmm.
You can ask her when she gets back, assuming she doesn't get eaten by a hag or something. I
Well,
still
she's
don't know if
wearing
this
that
was
one-
A good idea.
She's wearing that one golden ring, right?
What? She was supposed to throw that away.
Oh, was it significant?
That's the ring that's got the pocket dimension in it. The one that Lilton gave her.
The one that maybe
The one,
fell
the
in
golden
the river
raven.
that I jumped in the river to find?
Yeah, and almost drowned because you forgot how to swim.
Right. Good times. Memorable times.
Memorable. Okay. So here, take the shield guardian thing, and we'll just fix this over here, and everybody can look somewhere else for a minute, and we'll just go test it.
Amazing. Okay, so
Okay.
you're gonna head over and test the shield
Yes.
amulet?
Let's.
Okay.
I'm tempted, as myself, not as Caleb, to like wait until the shield guardian comes by and hold it up and then very conspicuously destroy it.
Hold up, wait a second. If this is a thing I've seen before, can I take over the shield guardian?
Ooh, yes.
You
Do you want to
think
try that?
You think that you might be able to? Yes.
Let's try that
Ooh.
first, but I would like to hold on to crush the amulet if we need it.
Rogar, get your
Okay.
hammer ready.
My hammer?
Yeah, just in
We
case
have to
we need
crush
hold
it.
the amulet.
All right.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm not gonna try to get crushed, but I'm very glad that you're, here and that we're doing this together and stuff. She's bright red.
What's the matter, Cecilia?
What?
Are you warm?
No. Also, this I feel like you should have figured out by now. But okay. We're gonna just do this. And she's just gonna go in there, as close to the shield guardian, as close to the door as she can to see the shield guardian.
Okay. Yeah, let me get back to the map. I was looking up the Shield Guardian amulet.
Oh, okay. So you missed the part where she was like, I'm gonna try not to get crushed by the shield guardian, but I'm glad that we're doing this together.
Oh, I
So-
didn't miss you saying that.
Oh, you just decided to be confused why she's blushing.
Sarshan is
Okay.
confused why she's blushing. All right, yeah, you can see the Shield Guardian standing there, not too far away from the door, like within reach of the door, with its fists like this, raised and ready.
What do we do to make this listen to me? Is this an Arcana check?
You have to attune to the amulet.
And for crying out loud! Okay, so that's gonna take an hour. And I'm gonna swap something.
Did anyone bring
so I guess-
sandwiches?
I feel like I would know that, and I would not
would.
go in and do this silliness. I would
Yeah,
go
I can.
find a
I
place
can.
to sit.
I can say
Can we
that
do
you
that?
had a short rest after you dealt with the puzzle, and
Okay.
you would have had time to do that. Yeah, no
Okay.
problem.
I will swap out.
I figured we were just cutting ahead to the next thing.
Got it. Okay. So as long as I don't have to go unattune or go find this out and then attune. Okay, so I will unattune from the Dagger of Warning.
Okay.
And attune to the Shield Guardian amulet. And go see if it'll listen to me.
Okay. Yes. So you step forward and look at the Shield Guardian, and it looks at you, and you can feel this connection between you and the amulet and the Guardian.
My friends and I are gonna come in now and look at some books. I want you to put your hands on your head.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, I think I got it. Just kind of like come in here. I'm gonna keep eyes on it for a second and see if there's any books about what we need.
Great. All right. Sarshan's going to follow you in it experimentally, hesitantly. Huh. Well, it doesn't seem to be attacking. He walks around, keeping his eyes on it, until he bumps up against this table. Oof. Ah.
Well, be careful. Can I examine the Shield Guardian and see if I can? I'm very fascinated where this came from. See if I can recognize any, like a maker's mark or a particular magical welding style of somebody I
Yeah.
know.
Make an
or-
investigation check.
13.
Okay. So you're looking for a mark and you don't find the mark.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it would be in a couple of the places that you look, but it's not there. You think with further inspection you could probably find it, but it just means that the maker probably hid the mark somewhere where it's
Okay.
less obvious.
Man, I'm very curious.
All right.
Kayla, do you need help looking for books? Do you know where everything is in here? Can you point us in places?
I forgot to move her in.
Yeah, I took care of that.
Oh,
All right. So yeah,
Do you need
you're
decimal
now all
system?
in the room. Yeah, so there are bookshelves full of books. It's not as dusty and disused in here as it was out there. Many of the books have been moved much more recently than the corpses and such out in the
Okay.
crypt. It looks like
I-
someone has used this library fairly recently, and also there is the Shield Guardian's footsteps in the dust on the floor,
Huh.
and
is there
another
another
set of smaller footsteps.
Is there another entrance point to this
Oh
library?
yeah, I haven't revealed all of the room yet. Hold on,
Wait, there's a whole other half a room over there.
there is. So yeah, there's a chair with a desk. The desk has a book that's open on the desk, a couple of beakers of some kind of dried substance. There are the two pillars holding up the room, and there is a door in a small alcove leading out of the library. There is a wooden chest right here, and then there are bookshelves you could see all around you.
Curious.
And the books here are serious, darkly bound, ancient tomes. Like, this is not a pleasant, I bring my kids for Sunday reading library. This is a serious, like, make Kayla happy forever library.
It's been so long since I've... Caitlin's actually just like, it's been so long since I've been in a library.
Oh,
I just had this image of Kayla just doing the anime girl thing. All right.
Should we leave you alone with your books?
She doesn't even
Is
hear
it-
you. She's just like wandering off. It's like it's like she's in a half-price bookstore and she's just like,
She's just smelling the bindings.
Okay.
Rogar, should we worry? We should keep an eye on her because
just-
we've had problems with Caliph and evil books before.
if she starts like reading something out loud, we might want to like interrupt, but or
Okay.
or putting
Sergeant
like
says-
blood on it or anything weird like that. But
Sergeant says, "This isn't really my department," so sits down in the chair.
This is good because he's gonna stay in one place and I don't have to think about it. I want to look at the Shield Guardian in more detail because I don't imagine we're taking it out of here if it can't fit through the door.
Shield Guardian looks at you, and you feel the resonance through the amulet that it's distantly sad.
Aww,
oh.
it thinks it's people. Can I talk to it, or do they have that capability? Because it's not like a Warforged, right? It's
You can certainly try and communicate with it.
Do you know who made you?
It looks at you. It nods.
Did they put a mark on you somewhere to say so?
It nods again.
Can you point to it?
It
Is there
points
a
to
mark?
its chest.
Is it inside the chest?
It nods again.
Oh. Huh. Wait, it repairs itself, right?
It nods again.
Okay, hold still. I'm gonna hit it with the spear.
It does not nod again. Okay, you're gonna lever off the breastplate with the spear?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So Sergeant is like sitting in the chair, like, this is nice. It's nice to relax. And Cecilia is like climbing on top of the Shield Guardian and just like, And, you know, she looks like an experienced mechanic for a second, which is strange. Like, you haven't really seen her do this before, but you've been around these things before and you're remembering that lecture. So you just climb on it and you just...
This is like dissecting frogs for Vermiani. Take apart the shield guardian.
Right.
Make sure it goes back together in the right order.
So you peel the plate down and it has what look like vines, like connecting it to a wooden doll that provides its chassis.
Weird.
So yeah, they're kind of like vines, kind of like stretching flesh, kind of halfway between those things. And sure enough, you do see a mark on the inside of the breastplate. But you also see something very significant, which is that you see a little green crystal at the heart of the creature that's kind of faintly flickering.
Okay.
That is not something you remember from your lessons on constructing these things.
Do I know what it is?
Make an Arcana check.
Come on, I want to know. 19.
All right, we're going to leave you in suspense for a second while I
Dang it.
talk to Kalith about what she's reading in the library. So, Kalith, you are in this library. It's full of ancient tomes and powerful books, forbidden knowledge, darkness.
Awesome.
Your old friend.
She's so perky about it.
Yep.
Kalith probably has momentarily forgotten their reason for being here and is just happily browsing. So whatever first catches her eye, she's gonna
Okay.
pull that one off the shelves.
Make an Arcana check.
17.
Okay. Yep. You find a treatise upon the use of blood in magical rituals. Blood magic for fun and profit. And specifically how use of vital ichor can empower spells or in certain circumstances upset spells to cause them to backfire. So...
Okay, this seems interesting. Hey, Cecilia, do you want to check this out?
You see Cecilia.
Hang on a second.
Okay, Rogar, you're in this library.
Aye.
Sarshan has already mostly fallen asleep in this chair.
Oh, right.
It's the only chair that you can see in the library.
I look at a couple of the books, but they don't have many pictures. And
No.
B,
And the
you know,
pictures they do have are really unsettling.
and I've never understood, like, humans and elves, they take up too much space in general, but even in their writing, like, you could say fire with a simple rune, but instead they have to spell it F-Y-U-E, however you spell fire. And so he's, like, bored, like, pretty quickly with the books.
Okay.
He's just keeping an eye on the other two, making sure, Kalith doesn't start, like, summoning anything dark and dangerous, or...
Okay.
Cecilia doesn't fall off the top of the thing, I guess, and accidentally fall on her spear, or I don't know. He's just making sure everyone's okay. He's just, no one needs healing or an intervention or.
Okay, Cecilia, that
Yeah.
gemstone appears to be very similar to a soul trapping gemstone that you've seen Kalith use.
Whoa.
Remember when she grabbed the Count of Coins soul?
Yeah.
The Pokeball!
Kalith!
Yeah.
And you think there's something inside it.
Ooh, that's interesting. Kalith, what's in this? Do you know what's in this? Who's in this?
Alright, Kayla's gonna come over and take a look.
This is aftermarket.
Oh yeah, that is definitely a soul trapping gemstone.
Is it?
Alright. Let's oh this is interesting. Do you what okay. Who's in this then? Do you want to find out?
I mean, yes, but also no. I mean, I'm so curious. I am. we do have a task at hand, but also this is interesting. This is very interesting. And do I recognize the mark?
Yes, it is definitely Lazar's mark.
Oh.
Holy crap. My dad made Aiden's family a shield guardian.
What?
Why?
Not a very unusual shield guardian at
A
that.
weird necromantic shield guardian.
Your dad knows necromancy?
No. Oh, geez. I don't. Well, I mean, he doesn't know anything anymore, right? I think. Oh, anyway. I don't know. But he apparently made this. That's definitely his mark right there. I wonder why he hid it. He usually can't stop crowing about what he makes.
Who's
Can
in
you-
this?
Sorry, what?
I have no idea. He doesn't know it. I mean, the only people he knew in Westgate were night masks. Who would the Vhammos has asked him to put in a...
What's your name?
So you're going to try and commune with the gemstone?
Yep.
Okay. It just pulses, seemingly unable to communicate directly.
Pulse twice for a yes, okay?
Whoa.
Okay, it pulses twice.
Are you a native of Westgate?
Pulses once.
Did you know Cecilia's father?
Pulses once.
Were you associated with the Vhammos family?
It doesn't pulse at all.
Do you know who the Vhammoses are?
It again doesn't pulse at all. Or well, it pulses once for a no. Does not know.
Are you Rashemi?
It pulses once for no.
Huh.
Do you have a name?
And then it pulses again. It pulses twice for yes.
Is it possible to be half Rashemi?
Yeah, I mean, hi. Hello.
Oh, right.
I mean, to be
Nice.
fair, I guess that's the question of like genetics or culture, right? She's genetically half Rashemi and culturally all Rashemi.
Oh,
But
Are you half genetically Rashemi?
Nice.
what's genetically mean?
yeah.
Are you half Rashemi by blood?
Wow.
Oh, it's like a necromancy thing. Got it. Huh.
Speaking of blood,
it-
I was just reading
It
this.
just doesn't answer. Like it's confused by the questions.
Hmm.
Okay. Do we put it back together? We're still controlling it.
Were you human
Ooh,
or
good
elf?
question.
It pulses once for no, and then it pulses once for no again.
Hmm.
Is it half elf?
Well, no, it wasn't human or elf.
Wasn't a dwarf, was it?
Were you dwarf?
Pulses once for no.
Oh, phew.
It's
Are
interesting.
you able to speak in any way?
Pulses once for no.
Were you anyone of importance?
Can it write?
It pulses twice for yes.
Okay, well, was that an importance to yourself? Were you important to yourself? Were you important to people outside of yourself?
It doesn't pulse. It doesn't. You get the sense that when it doesn't understand the question, it just doesn't answer.
Okay, so it didn't understand the question. Did you know the Vhammos is, right?
It
Right.
said no to
Oh, it
that
Didn't.
one.
Oh, okay. What was the one it didn't understand before that?
Were you associated with the Vhammoses?
Got it.
Didn't,
Okay.
It didn't have an answer for that.
But it knew the Vhammos is. Ooh, I'm gonna steal from the chat. Ask if
What?
it was if they were mortal, or is this some kind of weird like?
It pulses twice for no, or it pulses once for no. Right? No,
It wasn't. Oh,
was not mortal.
What did my dad stick in a soul gem? Wait, did Lazar stick you in the soul gem?
Pulses twice for yes.
Okay.
If we break the soul gem, do we free it?
We should be
It
careful.
pulses
with that.
rapidly.
Okay, okay,
we
okay.
want to
but
free it.
Don't. It's not going to answer that question honestly. What if it's
Well,
like a
how
demon
does
or
it
something?
answer?
I like the paranoia creeping in. It's like,
The first thing Cecilia thinks of is to the north, I think, Narfell. There's lots of demon binders, and that seems like something Lazar might have like stuck his fingers in.
Are you a demon?
it pulses once for no.
Are you lying?
Pulses once for no.
Would it tell you if it's lying, especially if it's a demon?
Pulses once. It pulses twice for yes, hopefully. Okay.
Oh my goodness, I'm so curious. Okay, is there another? Can you write? If we put it back in the Shield Guardian, can the Shield Guardian write?
You can.
It
You can
pulses
control
once for
it.
no.
Like you can control it. You can demand it to draw. It doesn't need to write. It can like draw, right?
If it doesn't know letters, is my concern.
No. If it draws, it just needs to like draw a picture of what's happening or
Oh.
Can't do
what it is.
charades.
Okay, can you draw?
right.
Can you draw a picture of who you were? If we pour some
It
sand out, there's sand.
Pulses
There's
twice, kind of hesitantly.
okay. There's writing implements on this desk. I assume there's like sand for the stuff you do with sand with ink. I honestly have never quite understood that.
Blot up ink spills or whatever, like soak up.
It's something like that, but it's actually more weird than that because I read about it and I go, oh, and then I promptly forget. Because explaining that to a reader is just never going to be worth the page space in my book. So, okay, we pour out some sand. Can it draw with its finger? Oh,
Okay.
no. I will turn off my camera and leave.
It's not Lorcan. Relaxed. Okay, so the Shield Guardian reaches out its hand. Its hand only has 3 fingers, right?
It only needs one.
Yeah, it has a thumb and 2 fingers. So it kind of crudely draws in the sand an image of an animal of some kind.
Well, can you draw it for us on the Roll20?
Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll try and do that. And it will probably have the desired effect of looking terrible. So here we go.
It's art time! Yay!
Yay! Pictionary! With the souls of the undead.
That's right. Ooh. Keeping to the theme. Did you find anything interesting in the
there's-
books, Calith?
The blood rituals for fun and profit. I have to admit,
Okay.
I'm
that's,
intrigued by
that's
the
sort of the
profit.
shape that it draws. It
Oh,
looks
it-
vaguely like a wolf, actually.
is it a wolf?
it's a demon cow.
It
Are you-
pulses twice for yes.
It's a
Were
demon
you a
cow.
shapeshifter?
It doesn't answer.
Are you an archfey?
Is it Ruin?
It pulses once for no.
Are you Fae?
Ruin's not mortal though. I mean, Ruin is mortal, and it
Well-
said it wasn't, right?
Okay.
It did say that.
Unless he's not telling us even more. Is it Ruin? Ruin? Screwing with us here?
It pulses once for no.
It's like, who,
Like
what are you
it hesitates
talking
and
about?
then it's like no.
Are you Fae? Not necessarily Archfey, but Fae.
It hesitates for a long time and then pulses twice for yes.
Oh.
Huh. Are you Lithari?
It pulses once for no.
No. Okay, weird. Okay, so just to clarify, it knew the Vhammoses. It's not mortal. It didn't know Lazar.
Did not know the Vhammoses.
It did not know the Vhammoses.
Out of
Did
character.
know Lazar. It is not mortal.
Did know
It is
Lazar.
not human. It is not Fey. Lazar put it there.
Out of character. Didn't its wolf spirit come to Cecilia when she was a child or something like that? Or what was that? Was your mother?
Are you-
Never mind.
Oh no, it wasn't. Is it like a nature spirit? Like a Shemi nature
Pulses
spirit?
twice for yes.
What? What? Oh my god, that's a bad thing he did. Oh
Wait,
my
what
god.
did he do? What is it about?
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
You guys don't know, you don't have them. There are, a lot of spirits in Rashomon. They protect, the word we have is sort of between protect and are. It's, they're the land, but they also will manifest and protect the land. And it's sort of like gods. You definitely don't want to make them mad. They like an offering. I'm gonna type a quick question in the chat here.
Yep.
But yeah, you, in the same way you wouldn't like put Sharindlar in a box.
No.
You putting a wolf spirit in a shield guardian is really not okay.
Oh, we should let it out then, right?
So your dad trapped a nature god.
Apparently.
A nature spirit, Sergeant says. He has wandered over. And he says, yes, a spirit of some kind, right? That's what you are? The thing flashes twice for yes.
Okay. I feel like we need to get it out. Okay, this is probably on the list of reasons that the witches came to find him, because it's, yeah, this is, I don't like throwing the word blasphemous around, but blasphemous. Blasphemous.
You said they like offerings.
Yeah, so,
What sort of offerings? Because we have the body of the cousin that had the shield guardian amulet that it was.
Yeah, that
It's
body just
usually-
is walking over next to you. You don't even have to carry it.
Usually it's, it kind of either goes with what the animal it's taking the form of is, like if you hunt something for it, that can count. They also will, crafted things, magical things. I feel like maybe breaking it out of its prison is a pretty good offering, but maybe we should ask, because we should not let it out and then have it mad at us that we didn't give it an offering. Because that's how you die.
Would you like this freshly animated corpse of the thing that continued to hold you prisoner as an offering?
It doesn't answer.
If we let you out, is the balance even?
It flashes once for no.
Oh.
Oh.
Do you
Okay.
do you want an offering to make the balance even?
It flashes once for no.
Do you
Would we
want
pay?
Do you want Cecilia's father dead to make the balance even?
It flashes twice for yes.
Hey, guess what? That's already done.
It flashes
Okay.
rapidly.
Okay, so we're square. We'll let you out, and you will not attack us.
It flashes twice for yes.
Great. How do we break this thing, Caliph?
Arcana check. With inspiration.
Hey!
Hey!
All right, 23.
Well, if you just apply a great deal of force to it, it will break. If you cast Dispel Magic on it, it will probably undo the binding. You might need a very powerful Dispel Magic, or you could hit it. You could hit it really hard with a magic weapon.
Rogar, hammer.
It's hammer time.
Okay, all right.
Cannot believe he put friggin' wolf spirit in a soul gem.
I wonder how much the Vhammos has paid him. Does your dad like money a lot? What is your dad?
I mean-
why would your dad have done that?
I mean, he was really desperate. He showed up here and Sturge stabbed him with that dagger and he was dying and he made a deal with... Oh no, he made a deal with the Night King first. That's right. He came here, he was looking for me, he was looking for his mask, I'm pretty sure, because he's pissed I took it. And yeah, friends in high places, getting, resources. I don't really know. But then Sturge stabbed him. And I guess my mom kidnapped him. It was a lot of weird stuff. I don't remember how much of it you missed.
Your family's complicated.
I mean, it's getting less complicated just because,
It's true. That's true. Rogar, you gonna smash that gemstone?
Oh my god, that's awesome. Yes, awesome.
All right.
All right.
Crunch.
23 with my hammer.
Oh geez. All right. It just takes that one good hit, and you just crack it. And when it's cracked, there's this little green mist that starts flowing out of it, and it flows out and circles around the room, leaving this green sparkling trail everywhere it goes. And as more of the mist emerges from the gemstone, it starts to resolve into a shape. And soon enough, there is a green spectral wolf running around the room, and it appears behind you.
Don't look at it in the eyes.
Its eyes are glowing white on beads of light.
Cecilia's gonna go down on one knee, kind of show it proper respect, and say, the ice is melted, the spring flows free.
It nods to you. Sarshan has sort of taken a wolf's posture, even though he's not a wolf, and he's kind of warily looking at it. Not directly, because you said not to look directly at it, but he's wary, and it acknowledges that. It acknowledges all of you. And then it looks at Cecilia and it turns its head slightly, and then it reaches in with its paw and just kind of lifts her chin slightly.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks around until it meets your eyes. Are you gonna let it?
Yes, because the main thing is deference, because they're well, at least in my opinion, they're touchy. So
this one feels friendly. It doesn't feel like it's threatening. I mean, a little bit. Whenever you're around one of these things. But at the same time, you feel recognized, acknowledged by the thing.
Okay. So if it's trying to make me look it in the eye, I'm gonna, look in the eye and try not to, throw up out of nerves, because...
Okay. Yes, you look into its eyes, and just this overwhelming sense of warm appreciation and thanks comes over you.
Oh, okay.
And you feel instilled with power, its essence sweeps over you. And the rest of you watching this, the wolf just pounces on Cecilia, but instead of knocking her down, it just goes right into her and through her. And then it disappears out the opposite wall, leaving a certain amount of green essence energy in its wake.
Well, are you all right, Cecilia?
Yeah, wow, okay, that's...
Do you need any healing?
I don't know. I've seen those, I've talked to them before, but that's new, that jumping in, been knocked down by them. But what's
So there's green fire glowing up from your hands.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's new. It doesn't feel bad, I assume.
Nope.
Not like your fingers are melting.
It does not feel bad.
Wait, so
Right.
what's try witch bolting.
Man, I haven't done that forever. Do Eldritch Blast.
Okay, you experimentally, and you just demolish one of the bookshelves.
Oh my god!
Why did you aim at the bookshelf?
I wasn't thinking it would work! Is there less fire? Did I use it up?
Nope, still there.
Whoa.
My hands are green now. But I can cast a spell!
Well, your hands aren't permanently green, but they produce
I'd be
that green
okay if
flame.
My hands were green, but
Yeah,
that's
whatever.
fine.
If you like it that way.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess I have never heard of this happening. Maybe, but it happened. That was definitely a wolf spirit, and that was definitely an eldritch blast. So,
I think it lent you some of its power, Sarshan says.
I'll take it.
He comes over and hugs Cecilia. He's like, "This is the best day ever."
Like, Cecilia's a little like trying to like rack through her mind if there's any kind of thing where like the spirit slowly takes you over, or like there's some drawback because that's Cecilia, but she'll take the hug.
He holds you
Because-
back out at arm's length. He says, "Except for the necromancy soul binding thing, that was pretty bad. But otherwise,
That's
best
very
day ever."
upsetting. Very upsetting.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
and we should definitely smite Lazar for his blasphemies.
He's dead.
But you got it back. You're not useless anymore in
Let's
combat.
go. That's pretty great.
You're not
I mean,
useless.
I don't.
In combat. In combat.
I mean, let's just put the cards on the table here. So okay. So I'm curious how much this changes, if it's a little bit, because
Well,
I know I do one thing, but that's fine. And
well,
sorry, go ahead.
leaving it there, we do have a time limit, and that might be all the time we have for tonight. Then we can leave it on a cliffhanger.
Okay.
And Aaron and I can chat about this a little bit further. So,
Okay. I do want it noted, we should still go through this library for
What's left of it?
useful books. And I don't think I even have to say it because I suspect that once this wolf thing happened, Kayla's like cool and went back to the shelves that haven't been destroyed. Am I right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because
All
we
right.
do have a secondary of because if I have cool powers, that's cool, but it would be nice to have.
I'm just
You know.
I'm just assuming that we're gonna be making multiple trips back and forth between actual Briar House and this room.
Is this your new room? Is this your new bedroom? Let's be honest.
There's just a conveyor belt of skeletons.
well, now there's the
I guess-
shattered bookshelf there and kind of cluttering up the space.
I mean, just push it in the corner. It's fine.
You really
I also,
had to
before
aim
you move
at
your
a
stuff-
bookshelf.
Before you, sorry, I really didn't think it would do anything. We also should probably see what's on the other side of that door before you move your stuff down here, because if it turns out there's more gelatinous cubes or a Garistro or additional trapped and tortured nature spirits, probably want to know that before you go to sleep.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for tonight. I have been Scott to be the DM of this part of the campaign. Tune in next week for the second part of the library adventures. And these have been half the Dungeon Scrawlers. I know you're missing the other half of the team. They will be back in 2 weeks for the first start of their arc, which is going far afield to unravel some mysteries. And with that, take it away, Aaron.
I am Erin M. Evans. You can follow me on Twitter at Erin M. Evans. You can watch me starting Monday on Idle Champions Presents The Court of the Raven Queen, where I'll be playing Farida from Brimstone Angels for the first time ever anywhere. So we'll see how that goes. You can also watch me on Champions of Lore on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. on twitch.tv/CNE Games. And check me out on this channel on Tuesdays for Concentration Check, a co-writing space. You should also check out our sponsor, Idle Champions of Forgotten Realms, at idlechampions.com. And before I pass it along, I'd like to say thank you very much to our wonderful moderators. We had Shay Darksong and Meyer Doug and Saldarine and Rumpus and Marauder today.
Hi, I've been Emily Tay. Thank you for watching. I also want to say thank you to Yang Yang, who is working behind the scenes to make sure everything is running smoothly.
Yay, thank you. I'm Randy Henderson. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you everyone who subscribed or and cheered us on and gave us wealth and everything else. Come join us over on the Discord, where you can continue to chat about the show, about your hobbies, about life, about anything. It's a great, fun, and geeky and supportive community. And then if you're new to the stream, you can check us out on our website, where you can find info on our players, characters, NPCs, recaps of all our past episodes, etc. Thank you all so much. Oh, and check out Rhiannon has a new you can pre-order her new book, so check that out. We can put a link in the chat maybe or something. But thanks everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks everybody. See you next week.